Aló, este, ahora voy a compartir con ustedes cómo hacer chocolate, porque es algo que me ha ayudado mucho en mis viajes y al mismo tiempo es algo que es tan fácil y tiene tantos beneficios para comer, así que voy a enseñar cómo hacer chocolate. And, oh gosh, I said it in Spanish, just realized that, but we can do a mixture of both languages. But mainly, I just want to be able to hear myself, to be able to express it to its fullest of how to do this cacao ball. So whenever anybody asks, I can just be like, just watch that video and you get kind of an understanding of it. So the first thing will be the cacao. And of course, blocks are really awesome. The only thing with the blocks, you do have to melt it. So you do have to use heat. So right now I'm just doing like, even though they probably preheat the cacao beans, I'm just trying to do as simply raw form as possible. Raw form meaning no cooking in that form. So first let's put in the cacao. So you want to make sure also when you're selecting cacao, it's unsweetened. That way you're getting the pure cacao form. And keeping the color bases, I'm using some carob next. And carob is a natural sweetener. And kind of got recommended from that in a festival in Hungary. From a person that didn't eat any sugar at all. He wouldn't even eat honey. So carob is a nice sweetener. Go ahead and still add the brown. And add some cinnamon. From cinnamon, we'll also add some maca powder. And this one's really nice because it has like a little bit of vanilla chai flavor. So we'll add a little bit of maca. This is the one that I used. And as we're doing the powders, and the superfood, I'm also going to add this raw organic protein. And I'll do like half a serving. And we'll start adding more browns. And this is some unsalted crunchy peanut butter that I did this morning with some moringa. So I also added moringa to it and a little bit of coconut oil. So I'll add that. And I will also add more moringa. And moringa is a really amazing tree that they say naturally grows in India. But I mean, you can pretty much grow moringa at any climate, especially desert climate. It's really great for a desert climate. So, and it has almost even more benefits than spirulina. So that's an easy comparison. Superfood, moringa to spirulina. And we just mix up a little bit, and then this is probably one of the most key ingredients with the cacao. It's going to be the water. I'm just going to add some nice spring water to that, and just probably less than half a cup for the beginning. And once we do that, we also want to add, go ahead, the sweetener. And for sweetener, I'm going to do some maple, which you can also, if you want to keep it very low sweet, you can just add just a pinch of stevia as well. This will just make it slightly more sweet. And let's see, we'll add more coconut oil too. And that keeps them nice and moist, is the coconut oil. And also gives it a nice flavor, of course. And now we start the mixing process. After all that, I always want to forget the goji berries, but we'll add goji berries now too. With that, and what you can also do beforehand is have soaked nuts. nuts, which is the best. But if you just have some nuts around, you can also just feel free to do them. I'm going to add walnuts. The walnuts is one of my favorites. So I'm just crushing in some walnuts too. And I'm just doing this, just breaking them down a little bit. They're already broken halfway. And on top of that, I will also add some ginger. And I already kind of chopped it up pre-cut. And just adding a little bit more. That extra spice flavor. Okay, now it's ready for mixing. So I just go ahead and with one hand, just go ahead and just use your right hand, just start meshing it all together. And cacao is also considered such a sacred plant, especially for the Mayan. I mean, Mayan used to trade gold for cacao. That's how precious cacao is for them, or was for them in the time. So it just says a lot about the plant itself. So with them, it's really common, even now in Guatemala, to go and have a cacao ceremony. And with the cacao ceremony, it's one of the most important things is having an intention with receiving the cacao. So feel free, even though this is just your everyday superfood kind of snack, you know, it's good to put an intention, even if it's as simple as keeping me healthy or giving me the nutritions I need for the day. And a lot of these ingredients, even just simply the moringa itself or just purely the cacao itself, gives you the sufficient energy to be able to feel productive or feel active, especially for women too. Cacao is super medicine for women in a way where it just keeps you balanced and just keeps your energy strong. And okay, so once you will see now that it has this really nice soft texture, this is pretty much where you want it, where you can just, by holding it, already make like a little ball, so a sphere. And yeah, that's pretty much it to make the actual mixture. Then after this, you just go on to second base, which is just to be able to pour. If you want some coconut shred, which if you don't have, you can even use some turmeric powder to have the outside rolled. But I'm just going to do the classic and do the coconut, just some shredded, unsweetened coconut. And we're going to start making them into spheres. About like boom. And then just roll it into the coconut shreds. And I mean, you can just start even if you have somebody helping out too, you can just be rolling them and having somebody just dip them in the coconut shreds. That's usually how it is for festival seasons. Just being able to go really fast at it. And boom, you have some cacao spheres. Boom, 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 boom. Alright, well, thank you for watching and how to make the cacao spheres. I'm sure there's going to be people out there appreciate just some. And of course, all the ingredients, they're completely flexible. This is just, you know, what you have at the moment that you can just grab, that's quick, that's some of your favorite superfoods, just boom, mesh them together. And you can, of course, use any different type of nuts. And yeah, but the main ingredient is the cacao. So thank you for watching.